Katie's very intelligent. She's quick on her feet, and her communication skills, of course, of the business she's in are just absolutely excellent. And I think that's very important if you're going to chair a board or any organization.
She surrounds herself with the best of the best, and she's known for that. And you can tell that her staff is really proud of the fact that she empowers them, and they all feel good about working with Katie. And that's what Katie is.
Katie will be a great chamber chair because she's built a very successful business, raised a great family, and she's able to balance all that along with being in the Arabian horse business.
She is an accomplished equestrian. When she says that she's going to a horse show, she comes back as a champion. And yet she's so humble. I had to actually read about it instead of ever hearing about it. And that's why Katie's so special, is because she's humble.
The best advice I could give Katie for being chair of the chamber is to work closely with your executive committee and your board. Make sure that all of you are on the same page and work toward that agenda the best you can.
You know, I've watched Katie prepare for this role, and we're so honored that she accepted to serve as our leader in 2023. But I've watched her the past year, how she studied the issues. It's going to be a big year for her. But I just want to remind Katie that she's not alone. Once again, she's put together a great team that will be following her, and we are all looking forward to helping have one of the most successful years at the Chamber.
Katie, I want to wish you the best of luck. Congratulations. I know you will be very successful, and everybody in San Antonio and Bexar County just going to fall in love with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our 2023 Chair of the San Antonio Chamber of Commerce, Katie Harvey.
Let's do this. Can you feel the fire running through your veins? Now you're burning bright.
Wow. You know, Hope, you and Charlie, that video is just so wonderful, and you're such a dear friend. And Phil, your comments, thank you so much. I have enjoyed this year so much in working alongside of you. And you know, it makes me think about something as I look out and see all of us, close to 700 people. While we all may have our own businesses and at times compete with one another, at the heart of it all, we're friends. And that's what makes San Antonio so different than every other community. It's so, so special. We come together to do hard things, to work on projects that lift not only our business community, but our entire community. And at the heart and the heartbeat of every community is family. And I'd like to take just a couple of moments to share mine with you, because they have made it a point to be here this evening with me. To my mom and dad, Marion and David, you raised us in an incredible household of opportunity and optimism. To my brother Mike and his beautiful wife Holly, thank you for being so fiercely protective of me and letting your little sister tag along whenever I could. And to our two boys that drove in from College Station, Jax, I love that, whoop, yeah, who drove in from College Station. I can't tell you a more purposeful thing in my life than being your mom. And I couldn't do it without the incredible support, love, kindness, and patience, and I should probably say patience 2 or 3 times, of my husband, Jeff. Babe, you are my dream team, so thank you. So let's talk about the future. As we look to the future, I do want to thank you, Chairman, for taking the time and the energy to really re-examine and put forth the efforts of the governance restructure. With that allowed us moving forward to have a very strong executive board, and I'll talk more about that in a minute and share a little bit more, but also allowed us to open up with our board of investors and change the format and bring greater engagement, greater value to our board of investors. I'd also like to recognize again the tireless work of our CEO and president, Richard Pettis, over the last 15 years of being an advocate and a champion of not only the Chamber's businesses, but our entire business community. And the hard work that was done this last year by the staff, rolling up their sleeves and digging into a 3-year strategic plan that will really help guide the organization and the chairmans to come, really being a guide rail for the priorities of the chamber as we look forward. And thank you, Richard, too, for leaving this chamber in such a wonderful and healthy state for not only the next leader, but the next generation and iteration of our chamber. Back to Phil for just a second. If you've ever been to an event at all this year, you've always heard Phil talk about service, collaboration, grace, and business as a force for good. It was the right message delivered by the right chairman at the right time. And I'm so grateful and excited to be able to take that forward into 2023. San Antonio is a great place to start and have businesses. We're a wonderful community, but we do have many challenges. Economic opportunity and poverty. Health challenges like diabetes and mental health. We are an outlier on domestic violence domestic abuse and family violence. Business has a role to play in addressing these very critical issues and having a positive impact on our community. And it begins with a strong voice in policy discussions at the local, state, and federal level. The ability to advocate for a strong, vibrant business community directly impacts our well-being as a broader community. So carrying forward into 2023, I have 3 priorities that I'm focusing on. As we all know, it's an upcoming legislative year. We have a surplus at the state, and counties and cities are lining up for that. It is more important for us than ever before to have a very strong legislative priority. And I want to thank Taylor Dawson for his incredible work, along with the Public Policy Council, in building strong priorities for us moving forward. Thank you, Taylor. Those 5 priorities that we have identified are economic development, infrastructure investment, education and workforce development, military affairs, and property tax relief. It is such a priority of this chamber to successfully advocate and secure funding for these priorities that for the first time ever, we will lead the charge of having someone full-time in Austin during the legislative session to advocate on all of our behalves. Thank you. Second priority, and this is one I am very excited about, is to continue the discussions and further action of San Antonio and Austin truly coming together as a super region. We have never before had a more vibrant appetite for these 2 communities to be able to come together. It's critical, and the time is now. So much so that Ali Khattah, the incoming chairman of the Austin Chamber, and I have had multiple discussions and have made it our priority and a promise to each other that this will be a big priority for both of our chairmanships. The third priority was building a strong executive board. We have an aggressive agenda this year with lots of tasks that we need to tackle. Difficult things require surrounding yourself with people who are bigger, who are stronger, and who are brighter. And I am so excited with the leadership team that we have and that I'll share with you now. And I am so honored that these folks said yes. They said yes to come alongside me and the rest of the organization this upcoming year. We have a unique opportunity right here in front of us in this upcoming year to explore all of the possibilities that our business community needs from the Chamber. So with that, I'd like to introduce the exciting 2023 council chairs, committee chairs, and then our executive board. Our council chairs for 2023, our committee chairs for 2023, and your new executive board. Starting with John Alman, Hope Andrade, Brad Barron, Sam Dawson, Joe Gorder, Phil Green, Jamie Kowalski, our Executive Board Secretary, Julia Mann, Elaine Mendoza, Bobby Perez, J.D. Salinas, Rosa Santana, John Zachary, and last but not least, Daryl Bird, who is also our 2024 chairman of the San Antonio Chamber. Isn't that an incredible group of leaders? I am so honored that they said yes, that we will come alongside, we will help, we will do the hard work, and I know with this group, they'll do the hard work. So our work is plentiful. Our community is depending on all of us to continue to build healthy businesses and invest in our greater community. Not just those I just mentioned, but all of us. Leaning in, looking for ways that we can do more and bring together this community to shape it for future generations to come. So with that, I want to thank each and every one of you for sharing your time with me. May God continue to bless our community, and may He bless you and your families this incredible holiday season. Thank you.